today's episode, we are going to be making maple chipotle chicken lollipops using Pit Boss applewood pellets to help impart a mild fruity smoke that will help bring a subtle sweetness to our barbecue glaze. These lollipops were delicious. Let's get started. Please subscribe.
To make the lollipop, we're going to see where the meat ends, so pretty much you have a lot of meat here, and so the meat ends pretty much right about here. And so what I'm going to do is kind of just start scoring across, and you don't want to dig in too deep. What you're just trying to do is kind of just get underneath the skin level. There is a tendon we're going to be having to deal with and work about. And once you slice that all the way through, you kind of want to just take your knife, and you don't want to cut this way because there is a chance that you could kind of get into the bone. And that's definitely what you don't want to do, but you just want to flick up just like that with your knife, and that's going to help, pull all that skin up. And then with the other hand, you're going to basically just go in here and then pull down, and then see how we're starting to look at that. It looks more like, kind of like a lollipop. Ugh, there we go, almost got it. There we go. So now we got it over that little knuckle right there, but mainly you're just trying to get as much of that bone clean as possible, and then you're going to pull down here. And if there's that one little bone sticking out right here, you do want to reach down as far as you can, and that will end up just snapping off, and you can kind of just pull that out. So you're going to want to discard that. So when we're done, that's pretty much our end result, and obviously you see the shape of the lollipop, and so let's give it a lick. Stop it now. You guys want me to get salmonella, wouldn't you? Sick. So that's pretty much it. I have like another 100 to do, so let me get these prepped and ready, and then we'll tune back in when we're going to throw them on the grill. All right, that was a lot of prep work, but trust me, it's going to be worth it. So I'm going to come in here, and then we have our duck fat right here. And so I'm going to take my duck fat, and we're just going to come in here and spray a little duck fat on that bad boy. Once we have the duck fat, we are going to come here with this is our Pit Boss Ale House chicken rub, barbecue beer can. We're basically going to heavily coat this bad boy. And then after she's coated like that, we're going to come in here with our maple chipotle rub, and then just give that rub in there for just that nice red color in there. That's going to bring some sweet and a little heat to that. But that is pretty much it, and we are just going to doll these up and put them on the smoker. But before we do, I'm also going to wrap these ends with tin foil so they're not going to burn in. So let me season these up. I'll grab the tin foil and we'll tune back in, all right? So before I put these on the smoker, I did go ahead and actually cut these small little tinfoil pieces off and then wrap them onto the chicken legs. And so that's going to help protect the bone. Now this is just an aesthetic purpose. If you don't want to do this, if you don't care if your bone turns black, then whatever. But this is going to help the bone stay nice and pretty while the outside gets nice and smoked. Someone asked me, how many conspiracy theories does it take to change a light bulb? And I'm like, do your own research, man. All right, enough about that. Let's get these things onto the smoker, and let's, no, I'm just kidding. All right, let's get these things on the smoker. Let's call it a day. All right, and again, these are at 300 degrees, and we're just gonna leave them on for 2 hours. All right, guys, it's been 2 hours. Let's go check on these lollipops. Ooh, nice. Nice little crust on these bad boys. All right, let's sauce these bad boys up. We got our Sweet Baby Rays that we are going to dump in here. And then we're gonna take our Coca-Cola. We're gonna mix in some Coke up in here. You don't wanna use all of it. We're mainly just trying to thin down the barbecue sauce. So pour a little in, start stirring it up to where it mixes in together. Oh, that is perfect. All right, so now we got our sauce made. It's time to start dunking those lollipops into here and putting them back on the smoker for about 10 minutes. So let's do that now. So you're gonna wanna go in and then remove the foil that we put on the bone. That basically kept the bone nice and clean. So we pretty much have our wings looking beautiful. We are just going to dump them all in like this and then put them back on the smoker for about 10-15 minutes. Bone and all, baby, just dunk it all. It's gonna be so good. So the drums are back on and oh, they're looking so good right now. Look at that caramelization. Woo, that's looking good. All right, it's been 15 minutes. Let's check on these beauties. Ah, beautiful. So this is basically what we're looking for, the sauce to have caramelized. All right, let's pull these bad boys off and let's eat. All right, it's my favorite time, taste test. These things look amazing. And if you're thinking about like barbecue appetizers and stuff like this would be a cool thing to bring to any tailgate party. So let's dig in. Wow, just literally falling apart. These wings are so juicy and tender. Flavor is so on point. A little kick to them as far as spiciness goes, but the flavor is through the roof on these things. Now the actual smoke presence from the applewood smoke, it has a very, very nice, almost like a sweet smoke to it. Very, very different if I cook this on the competition pellets that I'm used to. This is phenomenal. You know, food is good when it makes you want to dance. So I'm gonna go in now, I'm gonna feed the family these. These were a total hit. This is my first time making these, but man, it is a little work making these. No lie, it's not like, oh, this is just an option. Like, there is effort put in on your part, but I have a feeling the kids will gobble these up just because the presentation on these is just, it's next level. These things look so good. And yeah, they just bring up chicken drumsticks to a whole new level. I encourage you to try this out. You saw the rubs that I used, but feel free, use your own favorite chicken rub. This is fun to do, and this was amazing. The flavor was there, it was awesome. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this one, but I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Grill Sergeant out, cheers. So my thoughts on applewood, even though I have like 12 other more bags to try, I have a feeling I'm going to use applewood for all things chicken. Man, it brought such a nice fruitwood, sweet and smoky blend to these chicken drum lollipops that, I don't know, I'm going to try it out maybe with like a whole chicken or something, but I'm definitely excited to try out the applewood blend in more of these cooks. Man, it was on point. All right, on to the next blend.